actually think it's helped us in a lot of ways, to be honest, because it gives us a platform that you may have not otherwise gotten, especially if we're talking about like in terms of television wise. Like, I don't know, I just really think it's so cool, like back, and maybe a couple years back when everyone was doing those like comedy sketches or whatever online, and really, like, you know, the black people, theirs is always the funniest, and it's given them so many more opportunities. So I think it's actually helped us in a lot of ways. Even with fashion too, there's a lot of like black girls out there doing their thing with the clothes and selling off of Instagram. So I think it's definitely helped us.
I definitely think it's helped us, but in a more serious way. I feel like information is passed a lot quicker. We found out about like social injustices and stuff a lot quicker, and I feel like that helps us so much. I mean, I feel like we should be doing more, but that's not the question. So like, I feel like social media put a light on the social injustices. Like, things have been going on like this, like police shootings and all of that, like these kidnappings. This isn't brand new, but like social media put a light on it. Like, we're being informed. I would never have known this 10 years ago. I find out information from Twitter, you know, the news is online now. Like, everything is passed on so much quicker. There's videos of things that happen, and I feel like it wouldn't be possible without social media.
That's good. I agree with everybody. I think social media is just kind of like, you ever had that moment with your family, like, yo, we really funny, if somebody could just catch us on tape, or if somebody would just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happened with Black society once, like, Twitter really took over and kind of like became the biggest social media giant that it is. And it kind of like allowed black people to tap into something that showcased who we are as a people, as a culture. Like, our culture is branched off in various different ways, from hip hop music to dancing to everything. And social media was just another thing that we kind of just hopped on and capitalized and turned into our own, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So wherever black people can find other black people, we turn it into a party, you feel me?
That's true.
I feel like it's the perfect platform for diversity amongst black people. I feel like when people think of, for example, HBCU, they think of only, okay, African Americans, but there's diversity within black people. You know, you have your Caribbeans, you have your Americans, and what other ethnicities I'm leaving out. But it helped for cultural appropriation as well, I feel, especially on Twitter, Instagram as well. Yeah, I agree with everyone else. It's been very helpful. If anything, we're taking the stupidest and smallest things, we're being more united on social media, I feel. I don't see that much bashing. Maybe I'm not woke to that, but I see everyone, you know, sticking up for each other. People are being more proud. We've attacked or spoke about colorism, just the things in our community that we've been struggling with for many years and years and years and years. Social media has given us, as millennials, that platform to show that we actually do know what we're talking about.
Sure.
Social media, and is it good? Okay. I think that it's beneficial to us, like, as young Americans, per se. Like, it's good for us to, it's a good way to socialize amongst ourselves. But it can also, I don't like how it's hyped up in certain like situations. For instance, you talk about fashion. Like, the hottest shoes come out, they cost more because everybody's hyping them up. You know, like, we as a population, you know, they're dependent upon us. They make it because of us. So, like, I would like for us to use it in certain situations that benefits us, you know? Like, I think it's great that we know what's going on in, like, other third world countries and what's going on right here, you know? But in retrospect, like, it also opens your eyes to a lot of things that you don't need in your life. Like, for instance, like, personally, I want my children to, like, grow better than I did, you know? So them being, like, knowledge is power. Like, soon as you know something, you know it. If something's on the TV or television, like, let's say you give your child a phone. Sister's young, you know, has an iPhone, social media, Twitter, Instagram, everything. You can't control what she sees on her phone, you know? So now it opens up to a world that she didn't need to know right then and there, possibly, or ever. So, like, like, the knowledge of is great that we have, like, the power to do it, but sometimes I think it shouldn't be a hold on it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But it's like, it's also a hindrance. Like it does good and bad. You know, you get great and positive, you know, so.
I agree with what Sheree said. We accidentally kind of spoke on it the very first episode. It's been like probably the best and worst thing to ever happen to like people. Like ever. Like it's not even close to, in my opinion, because basically what social media has done, like in a positive, we've like named off all this stuff. You can do so much. What we're doing is through social media, and like all our power, all our funding, all our support is through social media. So it's powerful because you've seen, especially with the Black culture, we've had situations where we've given people jobs, where we've taken people's jobs when we decided you don't need your job because you've acted in a way that went against us. We've had that type of power. So it's been a great influence for us. But the issue kind of I've had with it, and why I think it's even more bad than good, is because we get lost in we forget that social media is on a virtual reality. And even now as we're talking about it, it's so real to us that we almost forget it's not real. So we grew up on MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Black Planet, Instagram, whatever, Neopets, Club Penguin, whatever. All of those, AOL, all of those.
Oh, Yahoo chat. What?
Used to be live.
Yahoo used to be.
No, you remember them random chat rooms?
ASL.
Those random chat rooms used to be dumb
I was
live
like
for
14.
no reason.
But when I was in the Yahoo chat, I was like 25 with a red Mustang.
Right.
What?
And then so my whole thing is, it's cool. It was great because at first it was like, okay, these are my friends. I'm just chilling with people. Then as you kind of got older, it became more people. When social media shifted to me in a negative direction is when it started giving people power that they did not necessarily deserve. What I mean by that is, the cool thing about social media is you can say something and someone across the country you've never seen before can agree with exactly what you said. At age 12, 13, that's amazing. It's like, oh man, I hated my poetry class today in high school. Some little girl from Iowa just retweets because she agreed with it, because she related to the same thing. That gives people an entitlement almost, because now it's like, okay, well, people agree with what I'm saying, so what I'm saying is now more important than what you're saying. And people now approach social media with entitlement, like what I say goes, period. And because I have such amount of followers, or because I have such and such following, because people assume because of a retweet or a support or a share, whatever, is an endorsement. Because such and such has been endorsing me, now what I say matters. And because now what I say matters, I'm going to declare I feel this way and that way. And I feel it gives people a false sense of entitlement, because now people are walking around in the real world thinking their social media authority translates to the real world authority, and they're getting shocked.
But it does though, in a sense.
To a sense.
And it does though. But
I mean, once you start making money.
But it's like
if
a
you're
tool,
not making
you feel
money,
me?
it does not matter.
But it's like a tool, because in a sense that, because somebody told me something that's what's better than money is credit. You feel me? So in a sense, if you have fame, you have credit. If you have notoriety, you have credit. You see, with people, you get a pass with people. That's a version of credit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got to take with the good, the bad. It's like social media is a tool. Like all the great tools. Like when a caveman first invented a knife to cut meat, somebody went and stabbed somebody with it. You feel me? Like it happens with every tool. You feel me? So you like the people who were going to use the tool for their own gain, or their like something good, is like they were going to do that in the first place. The people who were going to hop on there and send hate messages to Kanye West were going to do that in the first place. They woke up to do that. You know what I'm saying? Probably. But you got to say, like, social media is the biggest tool that has been gifted this generation, and it's what gives our generation the leverage over the previous generations, is this tool of social media. So we took the internet and we took a space in the internet and we made it our own. You know what I'm saying? And somebody released a study about Facebook. And once they reached their 1 billion followers, it said where there were previous 6 degrees of separation in the world, where you would take 6 people who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody to know anybody in the world, Facebook had lowered that to 4.5 degrees of separation, right? So this study's back when Facebook hit 1 billion. This is like 2012 or something like that. Don't quote me, but so now we're at where Twitter almost is reaching, or Twitter's 1 billion followers deep. So now the degrees of separation are probably down to 2 or 1. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now you're literally 1 click away from anybody in the world. And you could take that opportunity to do whatever you want with it. Send hate messages to them. Send them your SoundCloud link. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, check out my mixtape.
I listen to SoundCloud links, all of them.
All of them?
All of
Nah,
them.
nah.
I be putting. Why do you think I was playing that music in my car? SoundCloud links.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
SoundCloud links.
But social media is really giving black people that it's giving us a tool that we've used for our gain. Like Black Twitter is one of the, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even speak about it in public, like, you know what I'm saying? But Black Twitter is proven to be like one of the most commercially like driven sources on social media.
I will say that I wish that black people capitalize more on Black Twitter. Like the On Fleek girl, there's no reason why she's not getting paid.
We don't
Cameron
support- we don't-
Scott is
no
out
reason
here-
for that.
She's on
R.I.P.
Coachella,
But a little,
whatever,
but a
like,
little disrespectful girl
Right.
talking about some cash me outside.
The thing
we
about
gotta be smarter
You're
with
getting
using
money.
this
She has
tool.
like 5.3 million followers. Okay, old girl Cardi B, she came from the came up. She worked her behind off by
Worked
being
her behind
herself. You feel me? Now is it where everyone else would like to be? I don't know. But you got this little tiny girl being disrespectful.
13.
She's kicked off of Spirit Airlines,
Yeah.
and she's making
it's Spirit
money. I
She's
mean,
making money. She's
ain't
getting
gonna
like
say why she's so-
$20,000.
She's making money, but
old
old girl
I'm not gonna
said,
say why
I
she's so disrespectful to her parents, but
I mean, my whole thing with that, and I stand by this to the day I die. I think the issue with that doesn't even go to race, but goes to we as just as a black culture. We live in a crabs in a barrel mentality where I want to see you doing good, but I don't want to see you doing better than me. So I'm gonna boost you, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna retweet your trash SoundCloud, your makeup wasn't blended, but I'm gonna support your YouTube channel, all that good stuff. But don't let you start doing better than me because now it's an issue.
because
I feel like I disagree in this situation.
it's a competition out here.
I mean,
No,
but what
but I'm
saying is
talking
that-
about for that as like people being discredited or not, what's the word?
not getting the clout.
Not
that they
getting
deserve,
the credit they deserve on certain things. We got on fleek on clothing and all kinds of
Yeah.
things, and that girl should be getting
She
some
should be
money
paid for it,
because
yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm lost in
I
the
feel
sauce.
like-
I've never heard fleek in my life until she said it. So
That
I
wasn't
feel
a
like
word until she
She
said
made
it.
that joint up.
she made it up.
And
Like,
she
it
ain't
could
see
all
a
be in the
dime? That's
dictionary or
ridiculous.
something. No one,
We
they're
have
not
all this
putting her
power
on
and we're not-
TV.
right.
But we see this little girl, and it's not even about race right now. Well, maybe it is, but I don't see anyone hyping her. Nobody was
But
hyping her.
here's
She
the thing,
became
though.
somebody.
With
So-
the proper legal help, she could get all the money she's owed off
And
of
we have
any
the power to
capitalization
do
of
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
She
Okay.
said,
We
but
as
here's
a-
the thing, though, and this is really where I'm putting the fault on her a little bit. You see what I'm saying? How
Oh,
the
yeah, no,
thinking is,
definitely.
Yeah,
how the
that's
thinking is, instead of saying, I'm gonna go the legal route and see if I can patent this phrase, you know what I'm saying, to get some money that's been recouped. I can prove that I was the first person to say it, you know what I'm saying? It's on social media, it's in the archives. You see what I'm saying? That I invented the phrase and that the phrase became lexicon because of me. You know what I'm saying? Instead, she set up a GoFundMe and played the victim.
Because
Well, that's a lack of. I feel like
That's
that's a lack of
help.
knowledge
Yeah, it's
and
a lack of help.
That's a
understanding.
lack of help, but that's also
That's
lack
the
of
best she could get.
But that's
listen,
also
though,
lack of
I'm a business
initiative as
major,
well.
and I'm a business major, right?
Yeah.
So I know all of that. I know all the steps. And even before I was a business major, I was woke. I knew you got to patent your ideas, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't know that.
She didn't know that.
Lack of
She did.
knowledge.
I don't
Okay,
think
so
she did.
that's where the
We gotta-
struggles of
I
our
think
community
that was the
come into
only-
play. We
I
need
think
to
that was the
have
So,
only
but
outlet
I'm
she
saying that's
had.
like I'm not like I'm all for her getting the money she's owed, but I'm not hopping on the go send some money to her so she can get the money she's owed train. Like,
Oh, great.
you know,
And
'cause
I
here's
feel
the
that
thing.
way, and
we
I'm not
all
sending money
eating out
either.
here. You
But
see what I'm
like,
saying?
regardless, I feel like these people are out here getting money off of social media, and black people create cultures.
So we
that
gotta-
are
so
not
let's
seen
Pop
get
in
culture
time.
comes to us to find
Right,
what
right,
to put
right.
out.
Like,
Yeah, that's true. Even these
High
cornrow
fashion
things,
looks
like
at
that
the
whole,
hood and
that
like-
whole thing gets on my nerves.
Yes.
When you see every single Kardashian, and then articles have the nerve to call it a braid back or whatever. And
Boxer
everyone's like,
braids.
boxer braids, and it's
Appropriation.
like
Let's
they
talk
are
about it.
cornrows, you mean?
cornrows.
Or the bubble clips that American
talking-
Apparel tried to put out for
Right.
$6. Excuse me.
I could get them for 99 cents.
Let me just tell you, if you want some bubble,
Yeah.
you want some
They
bubble
gonna
clips.
discover
I got
That's
a
a
box
99 cents. So you
at
get
the
like
house.
20 of them.
And
Okay.
appropriation is real.
They
Like,
ain't
No, that's
discover-
serious. That is serious.
They gonna discover
real.
pump waves and FUBU tomorrow, and it's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you.